So this is stuff that I gradually was working on while I was in my mother-in-law's basement and didn't really have a scrap shack, but now I've got a scrap shack. So I'm gonna go through this box and get one more cleared out. So we have some number 2 copper for the number 2 copper bucket. I've got a couple of tins that I found at in a free box at a garage sale. So I'm gonna put these up here where I have written on the table copper, brass, stainless, and stuff, but things get knocked off, and so I wanted to get little tins or containers for it, but of course I didn't want to spend anything on them, so that's what I'm going to use these for. So here's a bin of just miscellaneous stuff that I've collected from free stuff and or just from my walks, picking up lead. But look at this. I don't know what it came off of. I think I found it on one of my walks, but it's obviously brass and it's quite heavy. Kind of like it. So these were from that scale that I pulled apart, and they are stainless steel platters. So that's a nice chunk of stainless steel. My stainless steel's getting kind of full. So I even had as I was going through, I had a little baggie of prepared steel, a little baggie of mixed tin or shred. I had a baggie for copper and a baggie for stainless steel. What's this baggie? And a baggie for aluminum. So I will add all of those. Here's another baggie. Ooh, a baggie for gold recovery. So I will mix that with the rest of my gold recovery and aluminum. That's my aluminum, what do you call it? That's my cast aluminum. Sheet, that's the word, sheet aluminum. So here is a cell phone that I found on one of my work walks. So I'm gonna break it apart and get the board out of it. It's pretty well smooshed. So I see a little bit of gold on it. So there's a pretty good board with lots of gold on it on both sides. So I'm gonna put that over there with my cell phone boards. So here's the inside of that scale that I got for work scrap. I already pulled off the stainless steel platters on the top, but it looks like I've got 3 boards. This one I'm sure is just a low grade board, but that one might be more. There are a lot of Torx screws, and we've got some, I'm thinking that might be stainless and aluminum. So I'm gonna finish pulling it apart and see what we can find. Okay, so that's what we have. Let's see what we can get. Aluminum, and I'll have to take that off. And let's do these. Oh wait, I need a smaller one. This has all sorts of different screws, so I need a smaller Torx. I need the number 1 Phillips for the boards, and then here's a standard screw. So let's do, I think I've got the 80. Can't even keep my mind straight on what screw to undo. Okay, let's go back to the boards. So I have a number 2 bit on my Makita, so I have to do the boards by hand. Okay, board number 1, silver. Pop. That was just a piece of plastic, I think. Okay. Whoa. Lots of wire. I'm just going to use this scissor to cut that off. I don't know. I'm assuming it would be a low grade, but there's gold, but not like gold pins. There's lots of little chips on the bottom. This is a nice piece of cast aluminum if I can get it all clean. Ooh, there's a nice piece of cast. Oh, let's see what this is. Ooh, oh my goodness, that is heavy. So that's the weight for the so I don't know what's inside, but it is not magnetic. Let's do a little so I'm gonna have to take a real grinder to it to see if it is stainless. It's not brass for sure, and it's so heavy, but it could be like aluminum coating something else. I don't know how that works, so I don't know if you can see that it's white. I'm gonna put it in with my stainless. Ooh, that was loud. Another piece of cast aluminum. Little motor and some wires and I think some brass. Let's see if that bar is not magnetic. Something like that will help. Ooh, that went flying. Because it broke off. And I don't know what is the stuff inside. It's shiny and brassy. Going in my brass bucket. Screws gone. Another piece that is brassy. Let's take that off. Oh crap! It is Monday and it is yet another board. Let me see. Okay, so there is gold. Look at that little. Let me turn it this way so the light is on it. I have no power in here, so I don't have good lighting. That's one of the things we need to figure out in my scrap shack, is why we don't have any power. So, and then there will be gold pins in this thing and this thing. I don't know. I don't know how to grade boards for Boardsort, but they're really good if you just take a picture or send information about what it is. They're really good at letting you know what to call it. Okay, this big chunky thing. All right, let's set that aside for now. And I'm gonna grab this. Okay, there must be still a screw somewhere holding in this. Oh, no. Huh, yay, look at that big chunk of cast aluminum. So I'll have to pull that off and get that board out, and then it'll be all clean. Piece of ferrite. All right, plastic. The last little board has lots of goodies on it. Gold pins, there's other gold plating on there. Lots and lots of little chips of all sorts. There it is. All clean. Cast aluminum. Nice big heavy chunk. Okay, couple more. Wow. Ooh. I'm gonna cut that out. Okay, couple more brass screws, brass plate. You can see the shiny yellow. A bunch of, this is just a few of them. Whoa, gold pins. I love ribbon wire because it's so easy to get the pins out of the ribbon wire. That's about the only thing I do pull pins from because it is so easy. And another piece of brass. And why does that not? Okay. Another piece of cast, clean cast aluminum. And now we've changed to a hex key. And then this little shiny piece is not cast aluminum, but is extruded aluminum. If I can get it all clean, because I'm not sure how I'm gonna get. Oh, I see, there's little tiny screws that I don't know how I'm gonna get to. More brass screws. So we have what I think is a very interesting piece of extruded aluminum. Correct me if I am wrong, but I mean, look at that. That looks like it went through a machine and was all extruded aluminum. And this piece too. Okay, this was not working, so I just pulled out the 6 screws and a bunch of little brass in there. I'll pull that out. Look at that beautiful brass. Okay, we have a Panasonic AC servo driver. Again, this is more work strap. Looks like it'll be pretty easy to open. Just Phillips screws. Then I've got this nice piece of aluminum heat sink. And let's see what else we have inside of it. Okay, so that is a piece of cast aluminum. So there's a board. And there's more screws. Boom, 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 boom. I must not be seeing a hidden screw. Oh no, I didn't. Whoa. Okay, lots of junk on the bottom that makes it not so valuable. So I don't know. Again, if somebody is watching, and there is gold on it, on both sides, but there's all this big chunky stuff that Boardsort I don't think wants. Okay, well, that board looks nice. Let's see if we can get to it. What you doing under there, Delta? Nice, heavy aluminum heatsink. It feels like this would be extruded aluminum, but parts of it look like cast. I'm gonna put it in my extruded and then they'll let me know if it's not. And then I think this is a nice looking board, a driver board. Gold. There's gold on this side. Okay, I spent an hour in the scrap shack. I added to my low grade wire bucket. I added just a couple little threads to my number 2 bucket. I added some more to my prepared steel. I added more to my brass bucket. I added more to my sheet aluminum, quite a bit more to my cast aluminum, some more to my stainless steel. I added a tiny little motor to my small motor bucket. I added, of course, to my mixed tin. I almost got through this bin. That's what I wanted to empty out. I had a big pile. I guess I should have showed it beforehand. And then I added a little bit more to my extruded aluminum bucket. Okay, so this is what I am doing. I have put together a box for Boardsort. I have all of these motherboards in boxes from that scrap load. Like, I have to confess, I think it's like 6 years ago now. That's what a procrastinator I am. But also, I got all these computers from one of the jobs that shut down during COVID. So again, that shows how long ago that was. So I put all of the large socket motherboards in a box. Now I just want to fill in the space. So I'm going through all these computers and I'm just pulling out memory and CPUs. And then I'm looking to see if any of them are large socket motherboards, because I can then add them to our box. But I don't expect to see any more large socket, and that's weird, motherboards. Oh, but then there's one right there. Oh. But the reason I turned on the camera is because look at the heat sink that was in this. It is so heavy and so pretty.